So what kind of business are we doing right now? I'm kind of lost.
Last time we did, you helped us through the design team process.
Uh-huh.
Have we finished with that?
Yes.
You finished with a recorder.
I finished with a recorder.
You were talking about the people.
Oh, the recorder. You mean the person in the
Yeah.
design team itself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and the as an elder, I have lost many of my attributes of patience with myself and with others in the passage of years, and it's not kind to me, and it's not kind to you. I apologize for that. It is true that some old men are grumpy. And so I don't like being in that space at all. I've my mind is very I get on a track of logic. A lot of this work that I've done is all logic based. One step follows another, and so I don't do well when we skip logic tracks or logic sequences. Um, Cheryl knows all about that, only too well. You see, when I TR and some other being comes through me, I don't have to think. I don't think at all. In fact, the thinking is a tremendous distraction to the process. And one must not think when they TR. And to have no opinion, no comment, no have to deal with myself in this discussion. I will try to do better. Okay. The recorder's task is very simple. And if the recorder tries to make it complicated and to record every comment by every speaker, they will be doing the team a disservice. The service really centers around keeping the train of thought on task. Grade school teachers and facilitators and other settings talk about staying on task. And that means sticking to the topic, sticking to the development of the discussion. And of course, during the discussion in a team, someone may have a side comment that distracts the team. And so the recorder would want to be able to refresh the team about where they left off, just as you did, Martha, just a few moments ago. See, that's a perfect example. This happens often in a team, and the recorder is not there to interrupt that flow, but to assist in the flow when the team returns to the task. So it's not verbatim. If the recorder wants to record it, audio wise or video wise, that's up to them. But that is not their sole work. So the main topics are recorded as a note. And so sometimes a person will comment and have a really good idea. The recorder will want to record that because it will provide the resource for future discussion. The recorder also is an inquiring member, meaning that they are able to ask questions. In fact, the recorder has a tremendous opportunity to be of great service to the team because of the time that they have for reflective thinking. They listen more intently than other members of the team because they want to record what is important. And I found that the recorder then is processing this in their mind and then can ask really poignant, very important questions, intuitive questions, competent and concise questions. Okay. So we have taken care of the facilitator. We've discussed the facilitator and we have discussed the recorder. Now let's move on to the inquiring members. And then after that, we will discuss the consultant's role. Inquiring members are just that. They ask questions about the topic that the team has assigned to itself to discuss. It is very disruptive when inquiring members raise questions about topics that are not pertinent to what the team is working on. Okay. Children do this frequently, and it is very distracting. For a working team, and I mean a working team, the team members are working. They have a function and a purpose and a role to play, and they have a responsibility to work that role in the best way that they can. This is when you as a member of the team get to begin to understand the thinking processes of each team member. We do not think alike. We think differently. Some people are more interested in quality aspects. Some people are more interested in quantity aspects. Some people have a very creative mind and they can see various levels of the topic to be explored. Well, they should write those down and they should explore them later with the facilitator in the team. I think I have recommended a couple of books to you about asking questions. The Art of Inquiry. Remember that in many ways, you are private investigators. You are team investigators. You are using interrogation techniques to get to the bottom of this topic you are working on. sometimes you see secrets of the inquiry that other people have not asked about. That's your turn to ask about what you see. I think from my personal experience, I have an insatiable yearning to ask questions. I am very curious. I ask more questions than I think most people do. Anyhow, I've found that the art of inquiry is very entertaining. So let's go to the consultant. Now, the consultant's role depends on the type of team you have. Excuse me. In a co-creative design team, the consultant would be a spiritual being who is speaking through the team's TR. Okay. This is where you, as a team, get the best results, the deepest results quickly. The spiritual being is able to see the depth of what you're working on, and simultaneously is aware of what each team member is thinking and processing the issues. So the co-creative design team is the most desirable for our use, simply because the correcting time is a co-creative effort. Now, I'll speak briefly about the non-spiritual being design team. It is just simply a design team. The co-creative word is not used in the title. And it's important that people know the difference. This design team then relies upon a knowledgeable individual who is knowledgeable about the topic or subject the team is working on, and is able to also see the importance of the long-term help that a design team can give a family or a community or a company executive team. Design teams are now used in some form in industry, and particularly in information technologies. They have I don't know what they call them, but they are work teams.